Well, good afternoon, you no good, worthless fucking heathens. You fucking good for nothings. God damn. We've been neglecting our Bible studies. But first we have to have a little drink. Otherwise our stories wouldn't be as fun. As usual, we're reading from the Bible Stories for Children. And today's story is David and Goliath. And it'll show how the Lord protects his folks. The Israelites and the Philistines began fighting again as they had in Samson's day. All the armies of Israel gathered on one mountain, and the armies of the Philistines gathered on the opposite mountain. Between them lay the valley of Elah. One morning, the strongest of the Philistines, a huge man named Goliath, came down into the valley. He stood nearly 10 feet tall, and his body was covered with heavy bronze armor from head to toe. His spear looked like a tree trunk, and it was tipped with iron. "Men of Israel," Goliath called, "why do we need armies to fight this war? Let one Israelite come forward to fight me. If he wins and kills me, then the Philistines will be your slaves. If I win and kill him, then you will be our slaves." Whip-de-doo! What a bargain! You can't beat a goddamn bargain like that. When Saul and his soldiers heard this, they were afraid. Every morning and evening for 40 days, Goliath called out these words to the Israelites, but no one came forward to fight him. Now 3 of David's brothers was in Saul's army, but David had been sent home to help his father. One morning, Jesse told David to leave the sheep and take bread and cheese to his brothers. David reached the camp. You mean God couldn't have gave it to him? David reached the camp just as Goliath was repeating these terrifying words. David watched all of the Israelites turned away in fear. "Have you seen that man?" the Israelites asked one to another. "Did you see how big he was? Imagine what the king will give the man who kills Goliath. Gold, silver, even one of his daughters." "Will Saul really give all that to the man who kills Goliath?" David asked, but no one would answer David. "What are you doing here?" they all said. "Fighting is no business of yours." When Saul heard that David was in the camp, he sent for him. "Do not be afraid, my lord," David said to Saul. "I will fight Goliath. He is nothing but a boastful Philistine who prays to false gods." "How can you fight Goliath?" asked Saul. "You are young and a shepherd, and he has been a great warrior all his life." "When I watch my father's sheep," answered David, "lions and bears sometimes try to steal them. I go after these beasts and grab them by their heads and kill them." Kill, 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 kill. "If the Lord has saved me from the fierce lions and bears that attack my father's sheep, I'm sure He will protect me from Goliath." The way David spoke convinced Saul to let him fight Goliath. "Go," he said, "and may the Lord be with you." Well, goddamn, I gotta have another drink on that one. Because it's really fixing to get good. Then Saul dressed David in his own armor and gave him his sword. "I cannot use these," said David. "They are uncomfortable." David took off the armor and picked 5 smooth stones from a brook. With these in his slingshot, David went out to meet Goliath. When Goliath saw David, the Philistine was disgusted. Am I some kind of puppy that the Israelites send out a boy with a stick to play with me? And Goliath cursed David by all the gods of the Philistines. "You may have a sword and a shield," David answered, "but I have the Lord of Israel on my side. Today everyone will see the battles are not won with sword." Now keep this in mind, what he says. Today everyone will see that the battle are not won with swords and shields, but with faith in the Lord. Furious, Goliath rushed at David. Quickly, David snatched a stone from his bag, slipped it into the slingshot, and let it fly at Goliath. The stone struck the Philistine right in the forehead, and he fell face down on the ground. David ran to Goliath, took out the fallen warrior's sword, and chopped off his head. Now, what did this fucking bitch-ass David just say? "You may have a sword and a shield," David answered, "but I have the Lord of Israel on my side. Today everyone will see that the battles are not won with swords and shields, but with faith in the Lord." And then, furious, Goliath rushes. Quickly, David snatched a stone from his bag, slipped it into the slingshot, let it fly at Goliath. The stone struck the Philistine in the forehead, and he fell face down on the ground. David ran to Goliath, took out the fallen warrior's sword, what he said the wars wouldn't be won with, but he took out the fallen warrior's sword and chopped off his motherfucking head. But like these Christians nowadays, this stupid shit turns them into a bunch of goddamn liars. No wonder. These scumbags that they consider fucking heroes are scumbag liars. When the Philistines saw their hero lying dead, they scattered in terror, running back to their cities. With a great shout, the Israelites ran after them and chased down the fleeing Philistines. Then they destroyed the enemy camp and celebrated their wonderful victory. Isn't that just wonderful? It's won with the Lord of Israel, not with swords, but then cuts the man's goddamn head off with his own fucking sword. How can any reasonable... But that's just it. These motherfuckers don't read their stupid goddamn Bibles. And no one should sugarcoat this shit for these cocksuckers. When someone says, "God bless you," ask them which fucking God? The ones of the Philistines or the God of Israel? Or Buddha or Zeus or Allah or Thor? Ask which God are you expecting to bless me? There's been so many. Laugh at these motherfuckers. Laugh at them. They're fucking laughable fucking idiots. Until one day, their God delusion will be a thing of the past. The Bible will be put in the fictional section of the goddamn bookstores. And praise the whiskey. The Holy Spirit and the goddamn bottle. Now you motherfucking idiots, you get in your dark goddamn closet and you ask, "Oh, Jesus, to forgive you for not sucking his dick this morning." Now take care of yourselves and take care of each other and read your fucking Bible so you can get with the program of reality. Later.